Hey guys, it's TRG, also known as Raven Gaming. I have another YouTube channel if you want to go check it out. I just post random gaming videos once in a while, but I haven't been doing that because school's been busy, and I also have a new hobby now as well. So, that is frozen, so I'm going to delete that, but I'm going to go over OBS tutorial. This is kind of a YouTube video response to Archie Beatz live stream that he did a little bit ago, and he was talking about OBS, and Paris in there also had a question about it. So I'm just going to upload a little tutorial on OBS and how I use it and all that other stuff. So I also realized that if I switch scenes here, you guys really won't be able to see my display or see what I'm doing because I don't have a capture card. I'm using OBS. So this is the best way for me to show you how to do this. Is I'm gonna have to leave this here. So I can't show you like how to start completely from scratch from this, but I'll give you a little gist. You hit the plus button here, you go up to the display capture, and boom. It won't work for me because I already have one, but you just add it, and anything you bring up on your, whatever you can see on your monitor is what they can see. Now you can edit this by hitting the Alt key, and then pressing one of these bubbles and bringing it up, and then you can crop the actual video if you don't want them to see like your taskbar or what time it is or whatnot. But I don't care because everything's pretty secure on my computer right now. So next step would be you want to add your video or face cam or whatnot. So we're gonna hit this plus button here, and we're gonna click on Add Video Capture Device, and you can rename it if you want. I'm not going to, but that's it. And then you can edit all these settings if you want. They really won't change much, but normally your defaults are really good and you don't really have to mess with that. So I'm gonna make this smaller, and I want it to be around this size. And you might, and I don't look too big right now, and if I make it bigger, it looks kind of distorted or whatnot. And there's all this real estate up here that's being taken from my background. So if I'm gonna hit Alt again, and I'm gonna press one of these bubbles, bring it down, move it side to side or whatnot, then I can crop this image, put me up in this corner, and then I can make myself bigger. And then you can use that to your advantage to kind of save more canvas space for other stuff, and basically you kind of get the gist from there. Okay, so the next thing would be adding your microphone source or whatnot. Natively, OBS already has one preset down here. It's called mic/aux. And this will adjust your volume. This will make me quieter. This will make me louder or whatnot. Click the setting wheel. You can add filters to it if you download them, or set your gain higher, all that other stuff. If I hit properties here, I can choose which device I use. I ended up doing this because I switch between devices a lot, and I hate when I accidentally switch it to a webcam, and then I go back to record a video for YouTube, and then I'd have to restart everything because I wasn't using my good microphone. So you can go in here and properties, and then just natively select which device you want to use. Now if you only have like one or two devices and you never switch between them, then you can just leave that at whatever it is and just go up to here to recording and select your default recording device. And now this is called Voice Meter. I am also using this Focusrite Scarlett, which has my AT2020 microphone plugged into it via XLR, and this is an application software. I'll show you that right now. So here it is. It's called Voice Meter, and what it is it's a software. It's kind of like a virtual mixer, I would say, but the main reason I needed this is because of this mono switch. So the Focusrite Scarlett has two combo jacks on it. Combo jack is basically an XLR and TRS input and the same jack. And so I'm using XLR anyway, so there's two of them on here, and they run in stereo configuration going into your computer. And whenever you use direct monitor on the Focusrite Scarlett, and I didn't know this until I went back to edit videos for my gaming channel, that all my voice was coming from the left speaker or the right speaker depending on which jack I was plugged into. And this really made me mad because I built this setup for streaming. I don't really stream much anymore. I record gaming videos because I'm doing other stuff with college, and I just got into music production, so I'm not really doing gaming much right now, and all the games that I liked are kind of getting boring. Anyway, so on the Focusrite Scarlett, there's those two inputs. Whichever one you're on, if it's the left one, it will only come through the left side, which is what I'm plugged in now. So I needed this software for this mono switch, and I'll turn it off real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. So with this application feature turned off, you can see that's all coming through the left speaker. And this made me super mad because I recorded so many videos and didn't know this, and there's no way to fix it, and this is the only fix I could find. So this helps with OBS in general, just to get mono, because OBS doesn't have that feature to choose between mono and stereo. Now you could, like, if you're doing music production or whatnot, you can set that default in your DAW. So I'm using Reaper, but you can set stuff default in here, and so you can choose to have it in mono or stereo or whatnot. I haven't bought Reaper yet. I'm still trying it out, but yeah, that's why that window came up. I'm still using the demo because I'm waiting until I go and actually record a song in there with a beat that I make before I make my decision on buying it versus something else, because it doesn't come with any VSTs. Anyway, so back to OBS. So in OBS, you basically got the defaults down. Adding stuff over here, so you can add an image. Go ahead and click OK here. I'm going to go to my downloads real quick, and I'm going to zoom in using control and my scroll wheel to kind of show you. So here's a banner that my friend made me, okay? And this now I just added in a banner up here. If you want to figure out how to do these, you can comment and I'll try and make another video, but here's my default banner for my main channel that I upload to. And you can see I have my Discord for my gaming channel, my YouTube thing for my gaming channel, and all the other stuff, Facebook and all that. So now you added an image in OBS, and then you're like, okay, going back to audio stuff, you already have this default microphone, but you want to add another audio source, so you can add an audio input device. So come into here, and then I can choose between these. I don't want to do that because they'll start to echo, but so I can choose between these, and then I can add another device. So if say I have two Focusrite Scarlett 2i2s plugged in, or two different audio interfaces, I can then use them and just add it, and it'll be that. And then it also should come up over there. So you can just keep on adding those, and then you'll have more and more audio inputs. You can also do audio outputs. So say you have a TV plugged into your computer. You also have your monitor, and then you have headphones. You're running, say you're gaming, right? You don't want to mess up like your sound stage, so all your game audio is going to your headphones, right? And then you want to listen to music strictly on your TV or above you, or come out the TV speakers. So then I come through your headphones, and then you can still have good sound stage. You can set that in here, and then you can capture the output to whatever you're outputting to if it's not your default output device for your computer. So that's what that is. Next thing, I really don't use anything else in here. Browser source, I don't use that. Window capture is a thing I use. So say I am using what's a good example of this? So I am recording a tutorial on this voice meter thing right here. This thing right here. And I want to record it, but I don't want people seeing my desktop or any other windows I open. So I can do this and then get rid of display capture. Now all I have is this window, and people can't see anything else. So it specifically captures that window. That's what that feature does. Close that out, add in my window, no, not window capture. Add in my desktop capture again so I can show you some more stuff. Display capture is what it's called. Okay. Next would be browser source. So this will open a website. So if I go type in the www.google.com, google.com, and then I click OK. It'll load the default page for Google, and if it has a transparent background or has the option for it, it'll let you do that. So you can see here it's transparent, and now I just have this website open on my computer or on the video stream. Okay, so all that stuff aside, you can keep on adding like unlimited of these, and you can have specific scenes set. So if I were to switch up here, my video cam is going to be frozen and all this other stuff, and hold on, you guys can't see anything besides what is on there, so I'm going to go ahead and add my display capture for you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. I'll move this down to the bottom, but I have this one defaultly set for gaming. So I have my video capture device, which my webcam is frozen because it's open on this scene down here. And then I have my image, my watermark, my banner up here, and all that other stuff. So you can add multiple scenes, and you can get creative with it. The next thing I'm going to talk about is your settings. So over here I have start recording, start streaming, and studio mode. I don't really know what this is for. I think it's if you want to like transition between two scenes. I don't really mess with it, but go over here, click settings. I don't touch any of this stuff. You can leave this all default. Go to stream. So I stream to Twitch a lot, so you go and click on Twitch. You can choose which server you're streaming to. I really don't care because I have Google Fiber, so I always have a good stream going up. On Twitch, you would go in, you can type it in on Google if you don't know how to find it, but you can find your stream key. Now let's do YouTube, or YouTube gaming, one of the two. So you're also going to need to find your stream key for YouTube. So you would like go into Google right here and find YouTube stream key. And then this will show you how to find your stream key for broadcasting. Stream key. Okay, so that did that show me how to do it? Because I've never really like streamed to YouTube. So you go to your YouTube, and then you go to your video dashboard, and then you click on live streaming, and then I believe you can find out your key from there. But anyway, you get the gist of that. You would paste it in here, and then boom, you're ready to stream to YouTube just by pressing record. But it's not all that simple because your video may turn out wrong, or maybe blurry if you're gaming or doing a heavy computer task like gaming and recording at the same time. So like here, for streaming, you would set your video bitrate. I haven't done mine yet because I haven't streamed on this computer since I reinstalled Windows. But for your internet, you want to try and push this as high as you can. For my internet, I can go around like 80 in my computer as well. This is all dependent on your computer and your internet speeds. So I can do 8500 megabits for streaming because I have Google Fiber. I have a really fast computer. I can encode all this super fast. Excuse me. And then so this is just like your output. I wish I could show you more of the recording settings that I have. You can go in and if I'm not recording, you can choose between advanced mode or general mode. But what I found to be working the best, because all the other stuff I always tended to like get blurry stuff when I'm gaming. This is how I fixed it. I found this back to the normal settings, and you can just choose between good quality, low quality, indistinguishable, or like FLAC files size. And then I always record in FLV because if your computer crashes like mine does, it's overclocked, then you can go up here to file, and you will click on show recordings or whatnot. You would click on it, and then after that it will turn it into an MP4 and you'll be fine. But it basically just saves your video file, so if something happens or goes wrong, you still have it and you don't have to redo it. You can change that to output to MP4, it just won't have that setting. So if your computer crashes, you just lost that whole entire video file. I don't recommend it. This is your encoder. I'm using my CPU encoder, which is x64. If you have a NVIDIA or AMD graphics card, you can change that here, and if it's good, it will end up doing all the processing on your graphics card instead of your CPU. But I have a 8-core 16-thread CPU, so I can do this and it'll run just fine without me lagging behind with anything. These are your audio setup. I just kind of left this at default. You can change that if you want. This is your base canvas. So if you want to record, say the game you're recording is in 1080p, you want to set this to 1080p, otherwise it'll be really weird. And you can downscale it to 1080p, or if you're recording in 720p, this is basically the resolution of this thing right here, is your canvas. And then this basically changes what you want your video to turn into when you're exporting it. So you can upscale from 720p to 1080, but I just find that a big hassle and I just leave it there. 60 FPS will give you smooth recording like this is right now, how this is moving kind of fast. But besides that, these are my settings I have for my supercomputer. So if you guys want, I'll slowly click through these if you guys want to copy them. It should get you better streaming and recording if you have a good computer and you end up changing your settings to these. The next thing I have set is hotkeys. So I have page up and page down for recording. So because if I'm in a game, to get to a game whenever it's full screen, I have to alt tab like that and open the window. And then it lags for a second, and it just makes my videos harder to watch because like it lags for a second. And then at the same time, the video is also I have to go back and edit that part out because then it will make it like not fun to watch. So I have these set so I can press record or stop recording, and you can set this up for streaming too inside of your game, so you don't have to close the window if you only have one monitor. Here are the advanced settings. Process priority, I just have this on normal. You can set it up higher if you want. You'll get slightly better computer performance. You'll just dedicate more resources to OBS. You can render in DirectX 3D or DirectX 11, 12. I think there's OpenGL in here, but all that doesn't really matter unless you have like a really old GPU or CPU or a new graphics card or whatnot. But like if your CPU of your computer and your graphics card are kind of like on an even price bracket, then you can change this if you want, and it may help you get some better stuff. It just depends what your components in your computer are optimized for and all that stuff. Monitoring device, I never really messed with this before. Don't know. Pretty sure it just lets you monitor live feedback of what you're saying, but I can't really decide that. Yeah. So this is basically my video on OBS. There's really not too much more to show you guys besides if you want better settings, buy a webcam. There's a really good webcam. It's like, I'll go to Amazon real quick and show you. So if I go to Logic, because they just came out with like a 4K webcam, I may get it. My dad just bought one and it's really nice. He has this one, but you can get a 4K webcam or a 1080p one. These ones are really nice. You'll get better video quality. Mine's 720p. If you think this looks good, it probably is good, but you can get a good webcam here. I'll also put this link in the description if you're wanting to use a better microphone instead of your webcam microphone or whatnot in your videos. I'll link this down below. It's just a free download. There isn't a virus in it. I double checked that before getting started. If you guys have any questions with anything, leave them in the comments below. I'm sorry if I kind of like rambled on with this. I've had kind of a long day and whatnot. But without further ado, I'm going to go back to what I was doing before, and I'll see you later. Take care.